Alright guys, this is the first time I think I've ever been able to do this, but song of the day is Rollin by Limp Biskit. Now, let me tell you a little funny fact. I actually did 2 songs of the day yesterday. One of them was Rollin, so I already have the graphic made, so I'm going to put that in, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that was supposed to be song of the day yesterday, but I actually did a song of the day. If you remember in the vlog, I believe I said something like, "Oh, I think I already did song of the day, but I don't remember, so it's this." So yeah, that's what we're rocking with. But yeah, special shout out to Dustin who helped me kind of figure out some settings for this camera because I was having trouble because every time I would do like this, it would zoom in, and I didn't like that. So now I have it figured out because it was always like kind of up like this, and I would have to hold the camera very weird. But now I can put it like this, and we kind of get our normal Lucas view. So that's really cool. But yeah, I'm just editing right now. Actually doing the I Can't Drive 55 lower third. So funny, let me show you guys really quick. As you can see, it's right there. So this is from yesterday, the coloring and stuff. I always try to pick songs that have like a little bit of color to them. So like this, I'm going to go backwards with it because I like red. And then we're going to do kind of the same color tan, honestly. And then we're going to do blue and blue. And then the font is going to be kind of a darker version of that. And I'm going to keep the outline, I think, white as much as I can. And yes, by the way, I do use Canva, just letting you know. Because I like Canva. It's a lot easier to work, especially because Photoshop is on my big computer here, which I'm watching New Girl right now. So, yeah. But anyway, that's how I do the song of the day. Kind of a little, not throwback, but a little bit of a behind the scenes. That's what I'm going to say. Lucas goes behind the scenes. That's the title of the vlog. Alright guys, what's going on? So I am currently adjusting. I'm currently reorganizing my backpack because I have some things going on soon. And I realized when I was back home in Illinois that things were just kind of so crazy and out of whack that I need to organize everything. Because like I have so much junk in here. Like obviously, there's stuff that I absolutely have to take with me. Like, I'm going to take this USB extender because, obviously, phone chargers and all that stuff. And I have to charge this camera. I have to charge the microphone, the battery extender, all that stuff. Definitely going to have to take my filters with me. Just a bunch of stuff that I got to take with me. By the way, I don't know if I talked about this. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm talking about it again. I don't think I did talk about it, but I got this thing, and it is 3 USB-C. It's 3 USB-Cs in one because obviously, like I can charge my camera. I can charge the battery extender and the microphone all at once, or I can charge. I used it to charge my laptop actually the other day because I needed a charger and I was in a pinch, so I could use it to charge my phone, my AirPods, the camera, whatever it may be. So lots of stuff that I could do with this, and I really, really like that. And this thing was like $9, so can't beat that deal. What else do I need to take? I need to take like insulin stuff, which I'm going back and forth on if I'm going to take that in my regular bag or my other bag. I am trying to figure out how I'm going to put my drone in the bag because I really want to take my drone with me. So I got to figure out how I can get that packed away somewhere. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. What else do I need to take? Action camera. I definitely need to get like the DJI or the extra one, just because. Yeah, I also have this. If I want to plug in like my and I also have this. Like I have tons of these USB-C cords because you never know. I also have somewhere around here. this external battery for my phone. Okay, everyone was having a panic attack. By the way, don't know if you could tell, got my hair cut today. Got the beard trimmed up. Which you guys know means big things popping, little things stopping. MVP. I was going to say song of the day, but song of the day is MVP is Rollin by Limp Biskit. So, yeah. Anyway, see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, what's going on? So I'm still kind of cleaning up my my backpack and everything, and I got a lot of the stuff out. I had a lot of these like little insulin needles in there, but what I'm doing right now is I have a couple things that I need to mark up. One of them is going to be my lens filters, my ND filters, and then I'm going to put little pieces of tape on. I didn't try to just stab myself. I was itching my ear. I'm going to put little pieces of tape on these. This one I'm taking because I want to be able to use this. I'm taking which is USB-C or USB-A to USB-C, and I'm just gonna probably forever leave that in there. But what I want to do is I'm gonna put a little piece of like kind of a mark, just so I know that it's mine, kind of a deal, with this glow-in-the-dark tape, so that if I'm fumbling around or whatever, I can find it. So what I'm gonna do is just cut a couple strips, basically into thirds is what I'm doing. Cutting this into threads. Actually, I don't like that. I do this all the time. Like, I will go to, like, cut something or, like, try to do something like that and end up hating it. So, I end up redoing it. Like, oh, my hair is sticking up right there. That's cool. So, like, what I'm going to do now with this. So, I'll just be a little more careful as I'm cutting this tape. Also, listening to an interview with Danhausen, so that's pretty cool. Love that. Love that Danhausen. Alright, there we go. That looks a lot better. It's a little bit uneven, but for my purposes, it'll be okay. So then what I'm going to do, and then just wrap it around. I was going to do like I do have Star Power Productions on there, on a lot of stuff, but this is not one thing that I'm going to do. Because I kind of know that this is mine with the, glow-in-the-dark tape on it. Glow-in-the-dark tape is like one of the most amazing things you can ever own in your life. Especially as someone who's in production, like myself. It makes things easy to find in the dark is basically what I'm trying to say here. I need to get some of this glow tape, because I think this. Okay, this does glow. Sometimes some of the tape that I've had in the past, have had in the past, blah, tongue twister. I've had to charge. So basically you just kind of stick it under a light for a while. But I think most of this has kind of been sitting in a light, so. And I cut it the perfect length. So now I have my 2 power bricks, which are going to go in my backpack. I have a little pouch in here with all of my chargers and all that stuff. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, and it also makes things a little bit easier to find as well when you have these, like what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put an X on the back of these. Makes it easier to find, like, in your backpack if it's in the, because backpacks are generally dark. I don't know where I'm going to put these. I think I'm just going to put these, because I do have, as you guys know, I got the DJI Osmo Pocket Creator Kit. So I do have this, which I think I'm going to take, and kind of put everything in here. But I also know, like right now, I'm using the tripod and the extender. So I'm kind of like going back and forth on if I'm going to do that with this. So other thing I also have, let me show you. I am starting to become more aware, I suppose you would say, of my cable management. Like, that was that is something that I want to do. So I have a ton of these just to help me, my own sanity. And like this, I'm going to put in here with this stuff. That way I know that it's in there. And then trying to decide still if I'm going to take that with everything in it, because then it's like you just have to grab it out and stuff. I did find this, my action camera, which I need to clean off, which I use for certain things like this, because I have a ton of them, is just alcohol wipes. This says it's 4K, but it is definitely not 4K. I'm sorry. The bad thing is, there's a little downside to having this thing. I don't know, I probably do, I don't know where, memory cards, as far as, like, micro cards. Like, I just got a new one for this, but I don't have, unless, oh, man, I was like, maybe this one has a micro SD card, but it doesn't. So I'm going to look for that here, probably tomorrow, because I definitely want to have that. But I feel like I have somewhere in this world more micro SD cards, like at least one other one, because I have a picture from when I went to California and had a ton of like I had a ton of cards in it. So like I do have one that has like 8 gigabytes, which no. So what I might have to do, what I'm getting at, is this one that's in here, and you guys will, in the camera, will stay in there forever. The one for this camera and my drone, if I can take the drone, is gonna have to be like swapped or something, which I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So anyway, I think that does it for me today, guys. I am gonna go to bed, because I'm super tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. Hope you guys had an awesome day today. Be excellent to each other. Peace and